Hello, Katy here. About to put up another poem. This one is called The Epic of Gilgamesh 1. For those of you who don't know, well, that's what the poem's about, is the story of Gilgamesh. I don't know if any of you know the story of Gilgamesh. It's just about this guy who he was like this god, powerful god, and then he got another powerful god as a friend called Enkidu, and he got killed while they were fighting this big beastie thing called the Humbaba, and then Gilgamesh sort of went a bit mad, and then he went on this big quest to find eternal life and failed, obviously, but the poem is basically about the first half of the first chapter of that story. It's like the chapters are pretty not long, but they pack a lot into them. So the first half of the first chapter is about Gilgamesh being a bit of a naughty boy, and then and then it's about the gods creating Enkidu to stop him, really, but they end up becoming friends. And it's just about how Enkidu is so strong and powerful, but he's sort of like a wild man, and then this trapper sends for a prostitute so that once he's mated he'll be a man and he won't be so strong or anything. So it's basically about that. So sorry to go on, but I'll sum it up with the poem. Okay then. Gilgamesh, a man, a king, a god. He left disaster wherever he trod. No one could match him in combat, so he killed the men and raped the women. He, the King of Uruk, was a poor leader, to say the least. The gods heard a lament from the people to put right what they had unleashed. Anu asked Aruru, god of creation, to create Gilgamesh an equal to right his damnation. Aruru reached into the water and pinched off some clay and dropped it into the wilderness. That's where Enkidu lay. Enkidu ran with the beasts of the wild. He ate the grass and drank from the waterhole. This was the god's new child. One day a trapper met Enkidu's face. He was terrified of Enkidu's strength and pace. He ran home and told his father of Enkidu's wiles and wits. He protects our game, he pulls up the traps and fills in the pits. His father told him to see Uruk's king. Ask for a harlot, for once the beast man is mated, nature will reject him. And so the trapper went to Gilgamesh and said, I need a harlot to take this beast man to bed. And so the trapper went with the whore, and they waited 2 days and 3 nights before. Enkidu showed up with his animal king, and the child of pleasure undressed and welcomed him in. They lay for 6 days and 7 nights before Enkidu went back to the beasts who fled at his sight. He tried to join them only to find his legs were weak. Now he'd expanded his mind. There you go. I hope you really enjoyed it, because that was like one of my favourite poems that I ever wrote. It's one of my best pieces. I know that it's not necessarily original material because the storyline isn't mine, but I do like the way I wrote it. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed writing it. Okay then, thank you. More to come.